Greetings, sir.
His Majesty, the King of Albion. Today you must decide how much protection to grant Aurora. Kaelin will offer her proposal. Riva will stand against her.
You may speak.
Your Majesty, as you know, the threat from the deserts that surrounds my city has not diminished. The darkness could fall upon us once more at any moment. Aurora is part of your kingdom now, and I ask that you grant us protection. Build a desert outpost that can warn my people should the crawler attack. It shall allow us to leave the city in time and ensure the survival of your loyal subjects.
A desert outpost? I've never heard such nonsense. What shall we do next? Erect taverns under the sea? Plant crops on mountain peaks? It is a foolhardy suggestion. Why should our valiant soldiers suffer sunstroke and chapped lips in a distant land when they could be protecting the people of this very city? Is it really worth risking the lives of all the people outside these walls for a mere alarm system? Of course not. Let us leave the funds and the soldiers where they belong, right here.
The darkness poses a threat to us all. But Aurora has already suffered more than its fair share.
Aurora is under our protection. It is our duty to build this outpost.
The King's decision is final. A military outpost shall be erected in the deserts that surround Aurora.
We shall not forget this gesture. Aurora thanks you.
Ah, you are a whimsical monarch, and that is why you are so beloved. Very well, it shall be done. Riva Industries is proud to present an exotic tale of romance, adventure, and sand. The Desert Outpost.
Bring forth Sabine of the Mist Peak Dwellers. Today you decide on the fate of Mist Peak, home of the Dwellers, Your Majesty. Sabine will speak for his people and their land. Riva will dispute his cause.
You may speak.
I come here seeking nothing but what was promised me and my people. You pledged to restore our home mountains and our right to dwell in them. We have fulfilled our end of the bargain. We have paid with our lives to sit you on that throne. Now you must fulfill your end. Undo the damage your brother did to our land, and our agreement shall be satisfied.
Your Majesty, this sounds both an unnecessary expense and an impudent demand. What value is there in a few trees languishing amongst snow and rock? This is not the time to indulge some idyllic fantasy. Those forests are a resource, and we are in dire need of resources. I propose we expand on your brother's initiative and take what nature offers so readily. Say the word, and I will transform the worthless wasteland of Mist Peak into assets we can use to defend Albion.
These hands are not yet so old or weak that I can't wring that pretty little neck of yours, Reaver.
The refined retort of a true mountain goat.
You made a promise to Sabine, but it's up to you whether you decide to honor it.
I will keep my promise to the Dwellers. The Mist Peak Mountains will be restored.
Mist Peak shall become a protected region, and the Dwellers shall be granted authority over its forests and resources.
You are true to your word and your honor. The Dwellers will stand by you till the end.
The forests of Mist Peak are our greatest national treasure, and now, thanks to Riva Industries, they have returned to their past splendor. Dwellers, birds and bunnies are free to roam, laugh and kill each other as nature intended. Who needs all that lumber anyway?
Hi there, darling. Oh, I mean,
At your service.
It is time, Your Majesty, to meet fate with steely resolve and commission Albion's army. We will use the funds we have to establish the best possible defense. Before I can commit those funds, however, I require your signature on a contract stating your awareness of the projected number of civilian casualties. Strictly a formality, of course, though should the number alarm you, you may wish to donate as much gold to the treasury as possible before you sign.
Mom's chirpy today. What have you been doing to make her happy?
Very good. If you could just sign on the dotted line, please.
This is for you, Your Majesty. This is for you, Your Majesty.
Happy anniversary, Your Majesty. 1 year as King of Albion. Doesn't time just fly? I am delighted to say that the Albion army has been deployed in preparation for the invasion, so we may enjoy the occasion without apprehensions. To celebrate this momentous day, I have prepared some fantastic events. First, you will stand still for several hours while a local artist paints your portrait. Then you will choose the 47 varieties of flowers you wish to be cast at your feet as you parade through the city. Oh, and you will need to sign thousands of autographs, of course. Let's see. You will also be fitted for a new pair of shoes, and, of course, you will need a new suit.
The day has come, King. It is time for you to face the darkness. But you will do so in your true form. Over the past year, you have made decisions that reveal your nature, and which have affected the lives of all your subjects. You have done what many would have thought impossible. Not only have you raised an army to protect your people, but you have accomplished this while acting as a noble, benevolent, and popular ruler. But you are more than a king. You are a hero. You are Albion's champion, its protector. This coming battle is the reason you had to take Logan's place. Only you can defeat the creature that dwells in the shadows. If you do not, all your efforts will have been in vain. Now go. Do what you were born to do.
It's here. The darkness has reached Power Stone. The attack has barely begun, but already we have suffered terrible casualties. We simply weren't ready. If we don't act quickly, there may not be a kingdom left to defend by dawn.
We have to get out on the streets, now!
Today we fight for Albion!
For Albion!
Those scars make you look tough.
Defend the city
They
with
make
your
you look like a
eyes.
rubbish fighter.
Oi! Leave me mate alone, you rat!
We give thanks for your desperation. Just fly into your heart. Body
Nice shooting!
The Dark Guardian shall protect the children always.
We must get the jump! It's stopping you, is it?
Are you thinking of your loved ones now? How you will never see them again.
I can feel it. We're getting close to that thing.
Where are you? Show yourself!
The lost sheep returns to the flock. No one ever leaves the darkness behind. Do you see? Do you see what you have allowed? We are all shadows now.
I can't get through!
Kill it! You have done terrible things. Did you think I wouldn't know? Did you think I would allow it?
I can't see! I can't see! Nice shooting!
You would be nothing without me. I only want to care for you. Am I not your father figure? Don't fight back, my child. I have cared for you. I have taught you. I have made you. We are the Swarm.
I'm sorry.
You took away the darkness. It's been inside me all this time. But it's light now. I can see the sky. And it's light. I don't think I can fight anymore.
It's all over, Walter. We won. We beat it together.
Do you remember the stories I tell you when you were a child? There was a great king once, the mightiest hero of them all. Remember what you would say?
Teach me to be a hero.
You've done me proud, boy. You've always done me proud.
Oh, Walter.
think old Walter would have liked it out here. He was always a fan of looking tall and stony. I can imagine what he'd say if he was here now.
Shut up, Ben.
Exactly.
It's time I return to my own castle. If ever you need to save the world from another abomination, you know where to find me.
My people shall never forget what you have done for them. We are proud to be part of Albion. I shall return to Aurora in the knowledge that we may at last enjoy peace. Farewell, Your Majesty.
Walter was right about you. You're a hero in every sense of the word. The hero Albion needed.
What will you do now?
I will continue to serve you the best way I can. I belong down in the city. The people there will always need help. Goodbye, my king.
You have done what I thought impossible. You are the ruler I could never be. But you don't need me anymore. And Albion will heal easier without me.
Well, King, old chum, ruler supreme, pal, you did it. You saved the kingdom. And it's my turn to say goodbye. I'm not cut out to be a general. And I think I'd like to start travelling again. Or maybe see if Paige needs any help down in Industrial. But before I go, let's send off our friend in style, shall we? This one's for you, Walter.
This is the world as it could have been, devoid of color, devoid of life. It is thanks to you that it isn't so, and you did it without becoming a tyrant. The people love you, and you have banished the shadow of your brother's reign. You kept your promise to Sabine and his people, when it would have been easier to turn your back on them. A noble gesture. You swore an oath to Paige to better the lives of your people, and you did so even in the face of great danger. You did for the Aurorans what your brother would not. He broke his promise, but you proved to be the better leader. Without the strength to make those choices, we would not be standing here now. Perhaps we shall meet again one day, King.
Aren't you going to tell me my future?
The future will reveal itself when it is ready to do so.
By thunder! Salutations, my most...
At your command.
I can't believe it!
Hello,
Daddy.
Majesty.
Never given a gift
At
to
your
a
Majesty.
child. Mighty
At your service, my king.
That's
Hi
what
there,
you
darling.
are. He's a
My
present.
sweet little darling, you've been so
Your
wonderful.
Majesty.
I just wanted to please accept this gift from a grateful subject.
How are you, Your Majesty?
I'm at your command. At your service, my king.
And well met, your most greetings, Dom.
Attention! Ready to serve, Your Majesty.
Hello, sir.
Ah, Your Majesty. It seems like an age since we last had the pleasure of speaking. The awful attack on the kingdom, Walter's tragic demise. Terrible, terrible business. Still, we mustn't dwell on the past, must we? There is much to do. Dealing with the aftermath of recent events, bolstering the morale of the people, and many, many equally riveting issues. So, if you are ready, Your Majesty, shall we proceed to the throne room and begin? Wonderful. I assure you, you will be entertained, engrossed, and elated. This is our best royal schedule yet. So I will arrange an audience with the Blacksmith Association, and we can clear this tax dispute up in no time. 2 or 3 days of negotiations should settle it. Now, on to much more important matters. The hiring of a new head gardener. As you know, the rose bushes this year have suffered some minor discomfort due to the inclement weather and less than salubrious soil management. I have arranged an interview process that should take no more than 8 weeks, starting tomorrow morning. It should make for a very... But lest we forget matters of state, we really ought to begin a more considered census of the population. Estimates of the number of citizens vary widely. I suggest each one comes to the throne room and has a...
Is it too late for an audience, my king? Come from far away to fulfill my destiny, to get revenge. How many innocent people have you sent to the keep? I don't know what you're talking about. Your lies right now. You've spent years in this moment. Did you think you're safe here, Your Majesty? Did you think your guards would protect you? All about guards. Free. It's time for the people to rule themselves. I'm well trained in the art of murder. I've never killed a king before. I am starting to change. I am.
The world has won a crown.
Nobody will mourn your passing. Nobody ever mourns a tyrant. I came here alone. But that doesn't make you a god. It doesn't give you the right to rule a country. I wish General Turner were here to see you die. Such a pity we'll never meet. We will return Albion to a more pure state. Think you're safe now? I'm just the first of many. We will kill you in the end.
My king! An enemy ship is approaching.
There are soldiers on board!
Who are they?
Hold steady!
Like, elite soldiers. What the hell is going on?
I don't know, but they're as good as dead.
We are at your service, Your Majesty.
Who are you?
Commander Milton. We came in pursuit of the man who attempted to take your life. Knew he would not succeed, but his escape dishonors us all the...
The man spoke of a place called the Keep. Is that where you've come from?
Yes. Ravenscar Keep. It's a prison far from this coast, and we're the soldiers sworn to...
Another of my brother's secrets.
If you'll come with us, Your Majesty, I'll show you. The Keep is where Albion's worst criminals are held. The most dangerous enemies of the Crown. It's time our new king saw it for himself. Welcome to the Keep, Your Majesty. Albion's secret prison. Your father made use of it. Your brother Logan made use of it. Now, it is yours. I had my men prepare for your visit, so the cells should be ready for inspection.
Is it safe? Recent events have made me somewhat wary of convicts.
There are plenty of harmless political prisoners imprisoned by Logan. But over the years, we have accumulated some rather dangerous individuals. And there's none more dangerous than General Turner. He led your brother's armies for years, until he became obsessed with ending his rule, with abolishing the crown altogether.
Oh my, yes. General Turner. He attempted a coup on your brother and declared he would bring about the end of the monarchy in Albion. Unfortunately, this was before Logan saw fit to execute all traitors.
I believe the assassin you killed was acting under his orders. We will conduct a full investigation into how...
I knew it! This place is a death trap. I'm going to be torn apart by angry criminals.
This way, Your Majesty.
I'll stay here and make sure nobody sinks the boat.
Lieutenant, what the hell happened?
Nobody quite knows, sir. Some of the prisoners in Block A broke free. They started a riot, got hold of weapons and killed some of our men. We can't break through.
We won't be able to get through the entrance. There's a reason we call this place the Keep. Fortunately, I know this place better than any prisoner. Are you willing to get your hands dirty, my king? Or perhaps you would prefer to wait here?
I may have become a politician, Commander, but I was born to fight. Lead the way.
Pleasure. The old sewer system leads into the lower levels. It's as secure as any other part of the Keep, but I can get us through.
I wouldn't be surprised if General Turner was behind this. I've been the warden of this place for 7 years. But we've never had a prisoner like him. He seems to exert some strange control over me. You can judge for yourself soon. It's impossible to get past this gate without the key. And I have the only copy. As this poor bastard found out too late. I should warn you. You'll be coming out into the prison's lowest level. We call it the pit. The inmates down here are so disturbed they're barely human. Welcome to the pit, Your Majesty. The most miserable place in Albion. Try to stay away from the cell doors. They sound agitated enough already. I closed this room down when I took over. The doctors who used it called it an electrical rehabilitation facility. The rest of us called it the torture chamber. Most of the men you hear screaming sat in those chairs every day. If they weren't insane when they came in, well, let's just say I'd rather die than be strapped to one of those things. We should be right under the rioters now. Don't hold back. We need to regain control of the prison before this turns into a real bloodbath. These were good men. Some of them little more than boys. This was never meant to happen. I knew it. This isn't a random riot. It's too organized. He sent the assassin after you not to kill you, but to draw me and my brothers.
Every bullet on it got your name on it.
This is going to get interesting.
Shooting will kill you, you know.
Never should have left the island. Criminal.
This guy's a right metal.
It sounds like some of the guards are still fighting in there. They're going to need our help. If you don't mind, Your Majesty.
security room. That's where we need to go.
Maximum security ward must have been opened, including General Turner's.
The money bags on this one! You're gonna be rich!
Just stop all that shooting!
Just like that! Well done! Thank you. Watch out! Good shot with a gun! Nah, you made a big mistake taking us on. Yeah, make him bleed! Not on my new shirt, though. Some kind of fire spell! Damn you and your magic!
Where are the prisoners?
They're gone, sir. The cells were empty when we were taken hostage.
I should have known. Damn it, I should have known. Round up the last of the rioters and lock them up.
Yes, sir.
Missing? We have to get out of here. We'll be butchered.
I rest at ease, Mr. Hobson. I don't believe they're anywhere on the island. The riot was a diversion, orchestrated by Turner. As long as he's at large, Albion is under threat, Your Majesty. But he isn't the only one we need to worry about. We will need to recapture all the escapees if we want to safeguard the...
Who are the others?
Faraday was a celebrated inventor, and the brains behind most of our industrial progress, until he turned on your brother. He's a mild-mannered man, but his creations could bring about the end of civilization. Mary Godwin, also known as Witchcraft Mary, was a highly skilled alchemist, though that knowledge rests in a very disturbed mind. She was convicted of witchery after they discovered her rather horrific experiments. I dread to think what she may do next. And I've already told you about General Turner, the most dangerous of them all. He must have been planning his breakout from...
Where do we begin?
The records room holds all the information we have on our prisoners. My men can study the files for Witchcraft Mary and Turner. I'm confident I know where I can find Faraday. There's only one place he could call his home. One place he could believe himself safe. I propose we sail there as soon as possible.
I magnanimously offer my services in this investigation. This study seems like a nice, safe place from which to serve the kingdom.
Very good, then. Your Majesty, I shall meet you at the pier when you're ready to hunt down Faraday.
There seem to be several entries on this Mary Godwin, or Witchcraft Mary, if that's what we must call her. Very little on General Turner, though. I'm sure I will have found a plentiful supply of information when you return, though. Good luck, Your Majesty.